Statement game to me though in the 4:00 window was definitely Packers over Detroit.
We can go right to
there
that.
was plenty of moments where Detroit could have made that a game, and the Packers defense just said no. And more importantly to me, I know the Lions had some losses on their offensive line, but out physicaled Detroit. That's what impressed me the most, honestly, out of all this. Jordan Love looked good. The offense looked in midseason form damn near. They might even, we all had them, I think, at 12 and 13 wins. Like, I don't think either one of us four had them under 12, and they might be even better than that. I mean, it's week one, but who knows? But they looked very impressive.
That was really a 27-6 game. That was like the 13 came right at the end. It was really a 27-6 dominating victory. Like, they blew out the Lions. I understand they were at home, but Jordan Love looked comfortable. Like, I was thinking mid-game, I was like, he could win MVP just off of like him not being asked to do too much and him just checking off the boxes. And this goes to Timmy's question, where it was, do you think how over 500 and under 1,000? You had Romeo Dobbs 68, Jaden Reed 45, Dontavius Wicks 34, Kraft 16, Golden 16. They threw for only 188 today, and then Jacobs, who got on the ground. They're just such a well-balanced attack, and I think Matt LaFleur, now that he has a quarterback who is fully willing to listen to him and also still really good, now you get to showcase the best of him. I think Rodgers, it was kind of, obviously Rodgers dynamic. There was times where you obviously heard during the year, like he would change plays at the line and kind of would get into what he felt more comfortable with, and he could get away with that at the time because obviously he was playing at MVP form and MVP level. And then Aaron Rodgers started to dip from that level. You let him go. Jordan Love is still young, obviously bouncing in and out, and you see what he can do with lesser quarterbacks. Malik Willis comes in, doesn't lose a game with him, but you now have a really good quarterback in there. Hopefully he can stay healthy all year. I think this year we're really going to see how good Matt LaFleur is when he has everything working for him. Because I think in the past he's been a little bit up and down, even when he had a lot of super talent there. I just think the dynamic between him and Aaron, it took a little bit to build that. So I think it's going to be a really good year for the Packers, and they're going to be really scary because this was the most impressive win to me of the week. 27-6, but 27-13 over a Lions team that, though the coordinators are gone, the unit's the same. Like, the players are the same. So I was very impressed with this win.
Yeah, I pretty much echo what Kyle said. They really just, defensively, the Packers out-physicaled them. They were in the backfield immediately on every single play. Really looks like the Lions are really struggling without Frank Ragnow. That's a big deal. If that's going to be evident of the season, then this is going to look like the Aaron Rodgers Green Bay Packers versus the Detroit Lions, which is not going to be very good for them. Yeah, it was tough. You could tell in the first half their whole goal was like limit Josh Jacobs. It didn't really work because, like Keenan said, they have a pretty well balanced passing attack here to go with a good rushing attack, so they can kind of pin you no matter what. So I do really like the Packers. I think this was a great start. I think this is what we see pretty much as long as Jordan Love stays healthy. I think this is what we can expect from them. Another thing too is they were super physical. It wasn't even really Micah. He didn't really have that.
He had one sack.
Sack. That's good. When I watched the game and I was really paying attention to it, it wasn't Micah making things. It was D tackles. It was other edge rushers. It was people just getting in the backfield, not named Micah Parsons. So
Edgerrin Cooper played well. Rashawn Gary played very well. And I think you're going to see, Rashawn Gary could get you 12-plus sacks this year. And I think the fact that when Mike is playing 80, 90, 100% of snaps close to, you're going to now get a guy who's really going to get defensive attention, and he's going to move them all over the line. And another thing that I thought was really a telltale sign of how bad the offensive line player, for what the day was Jahmyr Gibbs had 10 catches. David Montgomery had 4. 14 catches from your running backs basically says the coverage downfield is good. It's sticky, and up front, we cannot hold them for more than 2.5 seconds. So, we just got to get the ball out. And that was the best way to try to get Gibbs into space, and they were even doing a really good job with Gibbs in space. So, if you played in a PPR league where it's full point PPR, you were happy with Gibbs' day because that's 10 points just off catches. So, you could deal with, a 16-point day from him. But, otherwise, 14 catches out of the backfield's tough. And it's not because Jared Goff's arm died overnight. Like, this isn't the Big Ben or Drew Brees situation where his arm died overnight. Like, that's just, he had no time.
Niners Seahawks as well. Sorry, you guys froze real quick. But
No, you're good.
no, Niners Seahawks, that was an interesting game on a lot of levels. The Niners looked top heavy as always. It looked a lot like last year, but they actually sealed the deal here, especially with Purdy. Those remnants of the catch, like the famous catch, Niners versus Cowboys, like reminded me a lot of that play, just throwing it up for grabs there at the end. The healthier they get, they're going to be okay. That defense looked good. The defense looked physical. That's an extremely tough place to play. The Seahawks defense looked great and physical and just all over the place. So, yeah, the NFC West in general is going to be super tough.
I really liked what I saw from Jackson Smith Blank. I think he did really. He really surprised me. There were definitely a lot of plays where I wasn't expecting him to be out wide so much, and it worked. You know, you get him one-on-one out wide, he can definitely burn you. So that looked good. Sam Darnold, for the most part, looked pretty good. And then, like Kyle said, defensive game. Them losing Kittle hurts them quite a bit. He is kind of like their focal point of the receivers. So that hurts not only them, but me as well because of fantasy football. So that's great. But yeah, Brock Purdy did it. Throws a touchdown that I for sure thought was an interception. Totally looked like it, but then he just came down with it. So works out.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
I was shocked how much they featured Zach Charbonnet compared to Kenneth Walker. I don't know why I wanted to say Kendall Walker. Goodness gracious. Kemba Walker. But yeah, no, I thought it was interesting how much they featured Zach Charbonnet. It's going to be something fantasy-wise to be interested in. I liked what Ricky Pearsall did today. They really got the ball into Christian McCaffrey's hands 31 times he touched the ball today. So, like, they said, hey, you're hitting the ground running. We're not playing around. You are. But the one thing I thought about the 49ers in this game is you're right, Kyle. If this team can stay healthy, they're going to be a tough team, but they need everybody healthy. Like, I think, like McCaffrey, if McCaffrey goes down, if Kittle's down for a while, I think that's going to really hinder them. I think they need their full requisite pieces, or else like one important piece, like really the Kittle, obviously Purdy, but the Kittle and Christian McCaffrey, those two pieces in particular, I think they can deal with. If Jawan Jennings has to miss, you can pick Pearsall and hopefully Ayuk comes back or something like that. But this team's fully healthy. I think that you guys having him in the NFC Championship game, I don't see that out of the realm of possibility.